All right, folks, we are back once again. SportsRap TV on YouTube, and we have right now the third member of our team who couldn't be with us today
What's up,
is
Baldy?
on the line. So, Baldy, what's going on there, player?
What's up, homie?
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's unfortunate when you have to talk to people or people call themselves fans. You know, we always talk about this. People call themselves fans, and then they don't want to talk to sport anymore when their team is no longer playing.
That's not good.
You can't win the championship every year, people.
Or they don't watch the Super Bowl.
You can't make the playoffs every year, people,
No.
which is ideally what you want
You're a fan.
as a fan,
Mm-hmm.
but every year it doesn't happen.
It's a different program.
It does not happen every year.
Uh-huh.
So again, shout outs to the 49ers.
Yes, sir.
Shout outs to my partners, the two partners of mine, Frank and Baldy, who are 49ers fans. Shout out to my other friend, my co-worker, Tyreek Ruley.
Okay.
A couple other fans I know, Baxter, security officer Baxter, 49ers fans. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
And,
One more game.
you know, I have to say that, Baldy, I got to say this, and I told this to my buddy Tyreek yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I said that you guys had me a little concerned in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it wasn't anything major or nothing, but
Quarterback.
it was just overall.
Right.
Some of the things that transpired very early in that game
Right.
gave you that scratch your head kind of moment almost. But I was glad to see that they got it together and did what they were supposed to do. So kudos to you guys for doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. What's up? What's up, Bob? One
131, he said.
Yeah. Right. Balance. Right. Balance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Defense. The defense. Yeah. If we won the chips, gonna be because of that. Yes, you did. You indeed did.
He finally admits it.
No, but at the end of the day, he did that way.
He finally owns up
no,
and
here's the
admits
thing.
it.
I ain't gonna backslide, but at the end of the day, it's about that ring. I'm a fan, yeah, right. 10-6. I said 10-6. I said 10-6. Yeah. I did?
Look, he don't even remember.
No, I said 10-6.
You hear that? He talking about I
no,
did?
No. I was 10-6, man. I ain't gonna take all the glory. Yeah. D.
Absolutely.
I said 10-6, and I said 12-4.
Now he said 12-4.
Yeah, I want to take all the glory. That's close. Right.
He wasn't sure.
I was counting the wins.
Yeah, he wasn't sure. Mm-hmm.
However, his numbers were more to the point than my numbers.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Because I think in that quarterback still is
He still has stuff to prove.
I
Mhm.
feel like
Absolutely.
somebody scored a
That's
issue
fair.
in first game of the five.
Absolutely.
I am too sure that we can
And
pull it out. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, let you
And,
toss.
and the funny thing you said that because one of the things I also said to Frank
Right.
about Jimmy G, he just was almost insistent on the fact that I didn't like him.
Right.
So it had nothing to do with that. Like I said, yes, that Saturday was his first starting as a playoff game as a quarterback.
1-0.
As a quarter.
Mhm.
As a quarterback.
Right.
All right. Now the second thing was what I said, and Baldy, I think you were here in one show when I repeated it.
Mhm.
What I said to Frank was, I said, your coach is making the game easy for your quarterback
Oh, yeah.
as he's supposed to.
As he should. Yeah.
Because a lot of the passes are not deep throws. They're not deep threats.
Right.
They're medium and mid-range passes. Like I said, a la bits and pieces of that old West Coast offense.
Yeah. Sometimes he throw the shots down the field now.
You know? Right.
He threw a bomb
And,
from New Orleans.
and what I also said, right, what I also said was the coaches didn't let him win like other teams do. Like Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers. The last stretch of the Eagles this season, the last 4 games of the regular season, they put the ball in Carson Wentz's
He
hand
did it in New Orleans,
and let your franchise quarterback do it. But you got to do it more consistently. I think that's what
Right.
Baldy's point is.
Right.
He has to prove that he can do it. Carson wins this and Carson wins that.
Mhm.
That 4-game stretch,
Right.
he proved to be an elite quarterback in the NFL.
We talking about
Carson.
Carson.
Yeah. In that 4-game stretch.
Right.
I don't know if Frank has the 49ers app, but if you got the 49ers app, go through videos and go watch Kyle Shanahan talk after the game.
Oh yeah, I got the app. The California app. I got it.
Kyle Shanahan says after the game,
Right.
he says,
Well, I got it.
into the game, and he's talking to the team. He says, we came into the game saying that we wanted to run the ball at least 30 times.
Right.
Give us a chance to win.
Mhm.
He said, hell, we ran the ball 47 times.
Right.
So that alone lets me know that prior to that game, he already had the conversation with Jimmy G. Telling him, listen, we not gonna let you. You know, we're gonna put it in our defense hand, and we're gonna put it in our running game.
We're going to play to our strength.
Right.
Now, tell me something, dog. Even when Aaron, do you really believe that he ain't gonna let that man throw the ball?
No. They giving Aaron Rodgers, they giving discount double check the ball.
Mhm.
So now this goes to my next thing. Frank, don't you put up on the social media that he's an elite quarterback.
Not yet.
Well, you put it up there. And
Well.
I said, don't start, Frank.
Let me ask you a quick question, D. Can I ask you a quick question before you go off the phone?
And this is the first year he's ever
Right.
played a full season.
Right. From the injury.
So he what, 39, threw for about 3,900 yards this year.
Well, it was 4,000. I told you that.
Carson threw for 4,000.
Yeah. Hey, Ball, I told you he's going to throw on 4,000.
Carson threw for 4,000
He threw for over 4,000.
with trash receivers.
Hey, we run the ball. We're a running team. We still threw for 4,000.
There you go. We talking about throwing the ball. We talking about Jimmy G.
No, I'm saying that's a little respect. Yeah. Yeah, but say he still threw for 4,000 now.
Who?
Carson, Jimmy G.
He didn't throw. He threw for almost 4,000.
Yeah, but I'm saying that he still threw for almost 4,000 with a running game. We run first. Yeah, it was almost 4,000.
That's not $4. If you got $4,
Right.
Yeah.
Almost only counting horseshoes.
Yeah.
a box of cereal costs $4. You got $3.09.
Hey,
You
babe.
shook.
You think that he gets 4,000? He didn't get 4,000.
Absolutely.
He got 39-12. He threw for 27 touchdowns. I think he threw for 13 or 14 in the touches this year. It was not bad.
Right.
Considering the first 5 to 6 games of the year, he had only had
The missus is on here.
Mm-hmm.
Is he better than Trent Dolphin?
And it's not so much they stand those interceptions.
He has 13 interceptions. Okay.
He's still throwing in a double, triple coverage, though.
Yeah, sometimes he do some bonehead throws. He's a gunslinger, man.
He does. Yeah, he's still young.
Yeah, he's still, what, 26? 26?
But at the same time, that running game is going to protect him.
Yes. Yeah, I ain't denying about that. I'm not denying about that.
Yeah, the running game is going to protect him.
The defense.
So, I just think that, we on a good track. We got Green Bay. Green Bay got to come to our house.
Ball, we going to Super Bowl, Ball?
This year.
Ball.
They out front. We got big ass.
Ball.
That's right. You gotta play the game still.
We beating Green Bay? All right.
All right, Bob.
All right, man.
Yes, sir.
And I'll be listening in, you know what I mean? And you already live, so I'll
I'm live too.
Because we all on the 2 o'clock today.
We'll do some more Facebook Live a little bit later, too.
Right.
Looking out, Bob.
All right, Bob.
Talk to you. All right.
Frank, I'll let you, brother.
All right, then. Go Niners.
Oh, hey, Frank, we make it to the Super Bowl. Pack the bags. We driving to Miami, homeboy.
You driving, man. You serious or lying?
Yeah, because you know I'm fly. I'm like,
He don't fly.
I'm like being for rockets.
Oh, wow. That's like a last minute thing. All right, let them listen now.
All right. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
There you have it, folks. That was our
Sheena, you
partner.
heard that, Sheena?
They called in Baldy, who called in another 49ers fan. Again, and shout outs to them. So, like we said, I'll give you the scores real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The Saturday divisional round, the Vikings fall to the 49ers 27-10.
Right.
The Titans go into Baltimore and upset the Ravens. We will talk about that game in just a second. Then yesterday's games, you had Henry one.
That's a wild one.
Then the Seahawks fall to the Packers 28-23.
Good game. Good game.
So that was a good game as well.
Right.
So I want to backtrack a little bit, and I definitely want to talk a little bit about the Titans-Ravens game.
Yeah. Derrick Henry's a beast, man.
People,
I'm scared of him.
I hope Doug Peterson was watching. I still just think that they should have ran the ball more. They should have focused on running the ball more
Right.
to assist their quarterback. Is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they'll get that, because with the running of Derrick Henry, his size, his strength, you see what can happen. With the running back tandem in San Francisco, if you consistently run the ball,
Coleman,
you make an effort to run the ball,
right.
you see good things happen.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ravens, on the other hand, in that game, I honestly don't know what they were doing, what they were thinking. They didn't play
They threw for
like
52
the
times.
Ravens team that won 12 straight
Yeah.
through the regular season going down the stretch.
The number one
Definitely
rushing team
did
in the
not
league.
not play like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what made them switch,
Mm-hmm.
but at this particular juncture,
Mm-hmm.
you are
What's up, babe?
one and done in the NFL playoffs. It's not like the NBA,
Hockey,
the NHL, and
baseball.
hockey and baseball. You don't have a series
One
as
and
far as
done.
the playoffs. You
6
got
month
one
layoff.
game.
That's right.
It's kind of reminiscent of the NCAA tournament. You got
Mhm.
one game, one shot. So at that point, you know this going in. You got to leave everything out there on the field. Got to leave it on the field. Because if you don't win, you on the couch, you on the fishing boat, you doing something else besides playing football. So I don't understand why the Baltimore Ravens changed their concept,
Philosophy.
their philosophy, on Saturday. Really, really crazy.
Trying to
So
prove that he can pass.
ultimately, they kind of exposed him a little bit, if you will, and meaning the fact that where they thought that they could have him be the pocket quarterback or the traditional, if you will, quarterback,
Drop back.
the drop back that can win the games of it during the
This year.
season. But then again, when you go away from it,
Right.
makes things look dramatically different.
Stay in your lane.
When you get to the playoffs, after winning 12 straight, you get to the playoffs and you change your philosophy, it doesn't look good on your behalf as a coaching staff also does not look good on your quarterback.
Yeah.
Makes your quarterback look bad.
Right.
So you gotta, as a coach, you have to adjust that, and you have to kind of stick with what got you there.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way you're going to win.
Right.
And you can't even argue that
Right.
at playoff time. At that point, it doesn't matter because they got tape on you all throughout the season.
We know that.
And it didn't matter throughout the season because they went on a 12-game win streak.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, didn't matter. They found ways to adjust to what teams adjusted to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why not do it in the playoffs is my question.
Keep doing what you got you there.
I don't get it. I don't understand
Right.
why you would switch
Mm-hmm.
and attempt to do something different or a quarterback can handle.
Mm-hmm.
Changing to, I guess if you will, try to throw a team off.
Right.
You're not going to throw too many that throwing off. You know, it may come in the flow of a game where you have the trick plays or certain plays that may throw a team off. Yes.
Right.
But as far as changing your whole scheme, it's not really going to do much because you still got the same players.
Right.
So you switching up that and doing that, I still don't understand it. So they've got a lot to think about. Unfortunately, for them being the number one seed, being upset in the divisional round, it's going to be a long off season.
You like Tennessee all the rest of the way though, D?
I don't know.
Kansas City's looking. They came back and raced that 24
Here's
point.
here's the problem. Here's the problem I have.
Tannehill. Yeah, he has to prove just
But-
like Garoppolo. He has to be consistent.
But
he can run. He can run.
Mm-hmm. Their coach, he's a player. He played
Patriot
championship teams,
as
other
well.
teams that they won after he retired playing.
Oh, yeah, with the Cheetahs.
So
right?
he has,
Experience.
with the asterisk because it was the Patriots, he still has now bought in, and they have did one step further than what traditional wisdom said. Traditional wisdom would say that the team has bought into his concept, bought into his philosophy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go one step further and say that they have their bread and butter.
Right. What's up, Kurt?
They will definitely have a chance.
Yes.
The problem becomes going into this game with Kansas City as opposed to the Ravens.
Yeah, score some points.
Is the fact that will they be able to score enough points?
We don't know.
And this year, I think one of the few years that most recently, you can arguably say that Kansas City has a solid defense.
But they started playing good defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can say now, arguably that they have a solid defense.
Yeah, they was a little this morning.
And we know what the offense was. Like I said, if you follow me yesterday when the game was, just to give you an abridged version, I posted, and then 10 minutes of real time, maybe later, I look up and we're in a ball game. We're in a dogfight.
There you go.
Until Kansas City begins to pull away.
Right. 51 points, man.
That offense is so dynamic. Like, people talked about the Baltimore Ravens offense, and don't get me wrong, that was a very good offense as well. I think people gave Baltimore the nudge or the slight advantage because of the skill set of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
But he has, and again, the coaching. It's good coaching.
Andy Reid.
People might hear me say, "Oh, it's Andy Reid. You didn't do nothing here, whatever." I said, "Well,
13 straight
Andy
years.
Reid.
Playoffs.
Andy Reid, when he was here, he owned the NFC East.
13 straight years.
He owned the NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
Went to 4 straight
NFC
championship games. He only won 1, but he went to 4 straight.
Right.
Okay. I will repeat this till my ears, your ear. You had went to 4 championship games. You got over the hump once. You got to the Super Bowl. You didn't get the Super Bowl win.
Right.
It was just time for a change.
Right.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like I said, I had no gripes or anything about that. I just felt like that it was time.
Right.
But you see with this offense how, again, a team has adopted the identity of their coach. as far as the never quit mentality. We're
Right.
not going to quit.
Right.
And they're going to keep coming. So, again, I like what Tennessee is doing. I definitely like
Kansas City.
what Derrick Henry is doing.
Right.
I also like the way that they're using Derrick Henry. Again,
I'll give you one better.
I know they're going to
D,
run the
I'll give you
ball.
one better. I'm going to cut you off. Are they going to stay with y'all identity? You just finished talking about
They're
it.
going to run the ball.
Yeah, you got,
They
listen,
know. I know
and
them.
when they
It's
get
Mike
down,
Vrabel.
hear me out.
They're
When
going to
they
run
get
the
down,
ball.
are you going to leave it in Tannehill's hands?
Probably not. I mean, it may come to that,
I'm going to text you.
but that's not.
Right,
I don't
right,
think
right.
that's going to be their game plan.
Right. That's what teams do.
I don't think that's going to be their game plan at all.
Try to outscore
I think they have the advantage as far as in the running game.
Right.
So I think they will look to establish the running game
Their bread
early.
and butter, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because again, like I said, when you have a running game, it
Yeah.
makes things easier for your quarterback.
Right. Tannehill, yeah.
So Tannehill won't be under as much pressure to
right.
play. He won't have to go out and try and win the game.
Right.
He won't have to worry about trying to lose the game. He can just go play football.
Do you see them in the Super Bowl though, Tennessee?
No, I don't. Because
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be able to score enough points.
Yeah, Kansas City. Yeah.
The Kansas City offense
You just made my pool pick
is just too dynamic.
for the Sugar House.
And they are like, right now, Tennessee is one of those teams that we always talk about, like certain teams in the NBA, they
Can't
hit
keep
the
up with the
time.
Joneses.
They hit their stride.
Oh my
They
God.
hit a mark at the perfect
And
time.
Patrick Mahomes getting better today.
The Titans hit
That
their
dude.
stride right now at the perfect time. But, you know, it's always Cinderella team, and Cinderella always gets
He's
that
like Aaron
slipper.
Rodgers, man.
Midnight will strike, you know.
Right.
But I don't stay in the game because of their running game.
Or Henry, yeah.
But I just don't think that they're going to be able to score enough points.
Right.
Because whatever their game plan is, I think ultimately
You can get
at
away
some
from it.
point
Mhm.
they're going to have to get away from it because of the offense of the Kansas City Chiefs.
I got 38-17 Kansas.
So with that being said, folks, we're going to take another break.
Yes, sir.
When we come back, we're going to give you some more stuff,
What's up,
some
people?
more insights, some more sports. And I think since I had a little bit of response, I think I'm going to go back Facebook Live in this next segment. So when we come back,
Right.
Facebook Live, that's where I'll be.
I'm in live now.
Folks, stay tuned. You are listening to SportsRap, Heat 100 Radio. It's your boy D.
It's your boy Frankie.
We'll see you on the other side.